Hello, I'm Greg Harrison with USDA Market News Service here in St. Joe, Missouri with your National Feeder Cattle Summary this week. Compared to last week, feeder cattle and calves pretty much selling steady to $5 higher. Majority of the markets trading $2 to $5 higher. Demand remains very good for feeder cattle, especially true grass cattle going to grass. These cattle that are long time weaned and had all their shots get top billing at the auctions and trading with very good demand. We're starting to see a lot of new crop calves come to market. These are fall-born calves that are carrying some flesh. A lot of them are not weaned, but overall, if they're good quality calves, they're trading with very good demand as well. Buyers, just for the most part, eager to bid on all classes of feeder cattle. The last 3 weeks, we've seen fat cattle trade higher. Demand and attitudes over the last 3 to 4 weeks have kind of come out of that dark cloud that plagued this market for ever since the first of the year. As we got closer to spring and grass interest came into the picture, it kind of really picked this market up. And going forward, some key factors is spring beef demand increases as we get in here to the springtime, and feeder cattle availability and fed cattle availability, packer margin, slaughter increases will all be key factors going forward. CME cattle complexes seeing increasing open interest in positions, and there are some market watchers who feel we still have some fuel left in this market to see some prices even go higher. A lot of that availability of feeder cattle going forward will eventually see decreasing numbers as we work our way through April and get into May. And there's a lot of farmer feeders out there that still have a lot of grain. And USDA came out on Tuesday with their grain stocks and prospective planning intentions on Tuesday, and corn supplies were all higher than expected. And looking at corn acres, predicted 89.2 million acres of corn to be planted. That's 1.5% less than a year ago, but it was 460,000 acres more than analysts expected. March 1st, corn stocks came in at 7.74 billion bushels of corn. That was 11% higher than last year and 130 million bushels more than expected. So as of this time, corn supplies look very plentiful. Of course, that can change a lot in the next month, and we'll have to see what happens next month when they come out with their stocks report. But looking at some prices in Bassett, Nebraska on Wednesday, sold many long strings of good reputation sandhill cattle with near 270 head of 7-weight steers averaging 730 pounds. That sold with a weighted average price of $246.91. Had near 400 head of steers averaging 760 pounds. That sold with a weighted average price of $237.09. And looking at some regional prices, North Central region, steers weighing 600-700 pounds traded about $6 higher this week at $258.76. 700 to 800 pound steers $4 higher at $231.46, and 800 to 900 pound steers $1 higher at $211.26. In the South Central regions, steers weighing 500 to 600 pounds, $3 higher at $276.14. 600 to 700 pounds, $5 higher at $247.66, and 700 to 800 pound steers $2 higher at $221.22, and 800 to 900 pounds $1 higher at $203.65. And in the Southeast regions, 400 to 500 pound steers $1 higher at $294.22, and 500 to 600 pounds about steady with last week at $262.02. And that's your markets for this week. Be back with you next week. Hope everyone has a happy Easter and take care.